Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling Margaret Hickey's novel, Ill Wind.
It's a really compelling Australian mystery.
It absolutely is. Our mission today is to sort of walk through the story chronologically. We want to unravel those layers of mystery, the small town secrets, and all the connections that lead up to the tragic events in Caribbean.
And explore what it all means, right? Not just the plot points.
Exactly. So right from page one, Hickey throws you in. 5 a.m., this red alert goes off for wind turbine number 82. And Alan Crowe, the overseer, he gets the call. You can tell he really doesn't trust this fancy new control feature on his phone.
Yeah, he'd rather be, driving through the paddocks, dealing with things the old way. It sets a tone immediately, doesn't it? This clash between the new tech and the sort of established rural life.
It really does, and it perfectly mirrors the town's feelings about the wind farm itself. That tension is there right away.
Definitely.
So, Alan heads out. He meets up with Belinda Burney, the local cop, and Senior Sergeant will love it. And what they find, it's grim.
It's incredibly visual. Geordie Pritchard's body hanging from the turbine.
Yeah, the description. Feet pointing down, rotating slowly, drawing a circle in the air, just chilling.
And it immediately puts those controversial turbines right at the center of everything.
Will's first questions are, who is this guy? And Alan, why didn't you call sooner?
Alan's excuse is classic, isn't it? Too early or, it's usually just the gadget malfunctioning.
Yeah, very reluctant. And we get introduced to the small Caribbean police station. Belinda, Tammy, Will. Belinda's pregnant, nearly on leave, and already a bit frustrated with the incoming investigations team.
Ah, yes, the shiny new Hilux crew. That friction between local knowledge and outside authority feels very real for a small town setting.
Totally. Okay, let's unpack this. From the very first page, we're thrown into a mystery.
What's fascinating here is how quickly a single event like this can just ripple through a close-knit community, exposing all those hidden tensions.
And this victim, Geordie Pritchard, he's not just anybody.
No, he's a big deal. Owner of the turbines, environmental science degree. Give a TED Talk, apparently.
Right. And his wife, Lucinda, described as a country road model. Even the junior detective, Lisa Flitzen, seems almost excited by how high profile it is.
Which is a bit unsettling. It hints that maybe the investigation could get sidetracked by the profile.
Will Lovett, the senior sergeant, he feels it too. He's uneasy that the big investigation team arrived so fast for what was initially called a suspected suicide.
His gut feeling is telling him something's wrong. And then he finds that clue, the UDL can.
Oh, yeah, the vodka and raspberry can near the turbine.
Exactly. And it looks relatively new, completely out of place, no rust, no dirt embedded in it.
That's a tiny detail, but it shouts staged, doesn't it? Or at least suspicious.
It's a definite red flag. Meanwhile, Belinda's got her own case brewing.
Right, the school thefts, Caribbean P-12 college, missing cash, jumpers, food. Seems minor compared to a potential murder.
But it introduces us to key players. Principal Orla Witz, Vice Principal Andrew Kent, and Julie Smith.
Julie Smith, the food tech teacher and self-proclaimed medium, who reported the thefts.
Hickey uses this school subplot brilliantly. It's like a microcosm of the town. Everyone's connected.
And Belinda's life is tangled up in it all, too. She's nearly due, thinking about a job application.
And her dad, Red Burney, he's got cancer, and he hates the wind farm. He's very blunt about it.
Suicide my arse, ruin good farmland to build those fucking eyesores? That's reg.
It shows the division starkly. You've got the say no to wind farm sign outside the pharmacy.
And turbines equal prosperity at the bakery. The town is literally split down the middle.
Yeah.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The immediate clash between these personal lives and the public drama unfolding.
This raises an important question about, the weight of expectation and old grudges in a place like Caribbean. Even tiny things like that UDL can end up meaning so much.
Then Lucinda Pritchard arrives, Geordie's wife.
And she's not buying the suicide theory for a second. She's distraught, and she immediately tells Will, who happens to be her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Very. She insists Geordie was murdered.
And she finds proof, doesn't she, on the answering machine.
2 messages. Late night calls from the night he died. Saying wind farms equal murder. You know that, Geordie.
Chilling. That changes everything.
It's the turning point. And then the coroner, Kelmendry, drops the bombshell.
What did the autopsy find?
Geordie had a serious injury to the brain, likely from a fall or an assault before he was hung.
So, not suicide.
Definitely not. Cause of death. Strangulation by hanging. And crucially, they found a fragment of skin that was not Jordy's on the rope.
Wow. Okay. So it's murder. Full stop.
And the way it was done, using an emergency descender kit, a carabiner.
Suggests someone who knew what they were doing, someone comfortable with heights.
Exactly. It points to planning, skill maybe, not just a random act. And remember Will's thought about how clean the inside of the turbine was.
Yeah, unusually clean, pristine.
That looks like someone cleaned up, maybe anticipated police showing up. Very calculated.
And amidst all this, Belinda has her own secret, a pang of guilt.
Right. She remembers yelling at Jordy just days before about her dad's deaths.
Telling him to just do it, it's nothing to you. And she remembers a branch hitting his face.
Leaving a scratch, a spot of blood. Now she's wondering, could that skin fragment be linked to her? It adds this deeply personal, complicating layer for her.
So what does this all mean? The case just flipped from a possible suicide to a full-blown murder investigation.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this is where the personal becomes deeply criminal. That idea of a clean crime scene suggests, well, calculation, doesn't it? Not just something spontaneous.
Okay, so we're reeling from Jordy's murder being confirmed and then another body.
Yeah, things escalate fast. Dean Hooks, the PE teacher from the school, is reported missing Saturday morning.
Belinda finds his car, locked, key hidden under a pot, wallet inside, and a Clean Energy Solutions card.
But the crucial find is the rope.
Oh, God, yes. A neatly coiled circle of rope, the very same kind and thickness that had been used to hang Jordy Pritchard.
Chills. It undeniably links the two deaths. This isn't isolated anymore.
Belinda then finds Dean's body nearby. Face down in the grass, the back of his head a bloody mess.
So a brutal, different kind of killing this time.
Questions immediately fly. Orla Witz, the principal, was seen on that dirt track. And Dean? Turns out he supported the turbines, had Jordy's number.
The connections are just getting tighter and tighter within the small community. Everyone seems linked somehow.
And then the school thing explodes. Julie Smith's secret cameras.
The food tech teacher medium. She had illegal cameras up.
And the footage shows, what? A figure in black.
Yeah, moving stealthily, exiting through the ceiling. It suggests someone is literally living in the school, hiding out.
That is such a wild turn. Who is this person? What do they know?
It has a whole other layer of hidden life right under everyone's noses. And then there's Shane Burrows, the wind tech.
He admits he lent Jordy's turbine keys to some teenagers, Potty and Zara, for cash.
Yeah, a really irresponsible, dodgy thing to do. And Potty, the teenager, he saw something the night Jordy died.
What did he see?
A car, low beams, near the turbine gates. He got spooked, ran, dropped the keys near a cut in the fence.
So someone else was potentially near the turbine that night, and those keys were lost out there. Anyone could have found them.
Exactly. Access means opportunity. It's all swirling.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The second murder immediately raises the stakes and intertwines these small-town connections even further.
This raises an important question.
Yeah.
About the chain of events, right? Was Dean killed because of what happened to Jordy? Or did he know something else entirely?
The secrets just start pouring out now. Affairs, blackmail.
Andrew Kent, the vice principal, he cracks under Belinda's questioning.
He confesses. What does he say?
He admits Dean Hooks was having an affair with Lucinda Pritchard, Jordy's wife.
Wow. Okay.
And Dean was being blackmailed about it. But maybe even worse, Dean saw Andrew Kent doing something suspicious.
What?
Cleaning the floor of Orla's office early on the Monday morning after Jordy died, placing Andrew potentially at a related crime scene.
So Andrew had motive to silence Dean.
Precisely. The personal lives are becoming lethally entangled. And then there's Merritt, Tammy's ex.
She gives Dean an alibi, right? A surprising one.
A shocking one. She tells Will that Dean Hooks was with Lucinda Pritchard the whole time at Lucinda's house on the night Jordy actually died.
So Dean couldn't have been involved in Jordy's death itself.
Seems that way. Merritt admits she lied before to protect her own secrets, some environmental actions, and a past incident in Tasmania involving Jordy's father's logging company where someone died.
Good grief. The layers just keep adding up. Everyone's hiding something connected to the Pritchards or the environment.
It shows how deep the history runs and how far people will go.
Lucinda herself opens up to Will, her ex, admits she and Jordy both had affairs, but she still loved him.
And she reveals her own ambition. She wanted to take over CISA, Clean Energy Solutions, because she thought Jordy was running it into the ground.
So a potential financial motive there, too. This is getting complicated.
Meanwhile, Will's doing his own digging into Jordy's past, reading a book looking at old school magazines.
St. Francis of Assisi College. What does he find?
A nasty hazing incident from years ago. Geordie and another guy, Oliver Moffat, humiliated a student named Kay Green.
And this resonates with Will personally.
Deeply. He remembers his own childhood humiliation, and it fuels this sense of fury in him. It makes the past feel very present.
So a decades-old bullying incident could be a motive now.
It's definitely on the table, how past actions ripple forward, and then Belinda's dad, Reg, gets attacked.
With fishing line, what happens?
He's injured, ends up in hospital, and he says these weird, cryptic things, calls Will shiny shoes, says he's a good bloke who looked after them, implies Geordie paid off his debts.
But then denies talking about Pritchers, as he calls him, and mentions shiny shoes again. What is he hiding?
He clearly knows more than he's saying, or he's protecting someone. It's deliberately confusing.
Okay, let's unpack this. Alibis, affairs, and a past hazing incident potentially driving murder decades later. This is way more complex than just a fight over wind turbines.
What's fascinating here is how many seemingly separate things, the school, the wind farm, these really old personal histories, are all starting to weave together. There's always more going on beneath the surface in these towns.
So the climax. Belinda confronts Andrew Kent again.
And he breaks completely this time.
What's the full story?
He admits driving a drunk Orla and Geordie home from some party at the creek. He took Geordie back to Orla's office at the school.
Why?
He says he wanted to confront Geordie about Dean's affair with Lucinda, about other home truths. Things escalated. He assaulted Geordie.
But did he kill him?
He implies Geordie died from the assault in the office.
Yeah.
Then later, he killed Dean because Dean realized Andrew was involved. He put two and two together.
And then Andrew attacks Belinda right there.
Yes. But Taylor Schultz, the student hiding in the roof,
The girl living in the ceiling.
she intervenes, saves Belinda. It's incredibly dramatic. Unexpected heroism from someone completely overlooked.
So Andrew's arrested for both murders. But there's a catch, isn't there?
A huge one. He takes responsibility for the assault on Geordie and for murdering Dean. But he swears he didn't hang Geordie on the turbine blade.
He calls it divine intervention, like St. Francis of Assisi was helping me.
Yeah, it's bizarre. He claims he just left Geordie's body at the base of the turbine, hoping the anti-turbine people would get blamed.
So who actually strung him up? There's still a missing piece.
The final devastating piece, Belinda and Will go back to Reg, Belinda's dad.
And he finally tells them about Alan Crow, the overseer from the very beginning.
He reveals Alan's backstory. Utterly tragic. Alan's son was stillborn years ago. Then he lost his farm during a drought to Hugh Pritchard, Geordie's father.
Oh, man. Decades of grief and resentment tied to the Pritchard family.
And Reg saw Alan hiding something near the creek in a treacle tin.
So they find Alan.
They find him at the creek, where he scattered his wife Rhonda's ashes. He's trying to commit suicide using her medication.
And he confesses.
He does. He saw Geordie earlier that night. Then later, he found Geordie's body at the base of the turbine, just like Andrew Kent claimed he left it.
So Alan found him already dead, or seemingly dead.
Yes, and in a complete rage, fueled by his wife Rhonda's recent death, which he blames on the turbines, thanks to Julie Smith's theories and all that history with the Pritchards, he acted.
He strung him up.
He dragged him up, through the hatch door, and hoisted him onto the blade. He says, Julie is right. Turbines kill. It's just heartbreaking, a culmination of immense personal loss and misplaced blame.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The final heartbreaking pieces of the puzzle fall into place, revealing a motive rooted in just profound loss and this incredibly long-held resentment.
This raises an important question about the true cost of progress, maybe, and how past trauma echoes through generations. The story shows how deeply personal grief can get tangled up with these bigger community fights, leading to just unforeseen, awful tragedy.
So, in Caribbean, that wind, it's more than just weather or power. It really feels like a silent witness to this whole community struggling with change, with loss, and the explosive power of grudges held for way too long. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, what ill winds might be stirring just beneath the surface of places you think you know well.
A really thought-provoking point to end on.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Ill Wind. We hope this chat gave you maybe a new angle on the book's complexities.
It's a powerful story. A reminder of how human drama unfolds against these big societal shifts and how those pressures can expose our deepest wounds.
Well said. Until next time, keep exploring those stories that make you think.